So, I recently dealt with something no homeowner should ever have to say out loud. My barn was burned to the ground, and somehow the HOA tried to evict me because of it. Said I was disrupting the peace. Funny thing is, the only thing that ended up in pieces was their precious little HOA. Let me start from the beginning. The fist cracked across my jaw so hard I tasted rust. My boots slid in the mud, but I didn't fall. I straightened up, wiped the blood from my lip, and smiled slow and dangerous. Across the yard, 3 enforcers stood stiff in tactical vests, mirrored sunglasses, shaved heads. They thought they were the wolves. They didn't realize they just kicked a bear. "You want to try that again?" I asked. Buzzcut shifted nervously. Clipboard cleared his throat. "You're in violation of HOA Section 4B, Article 7. We're authorized to enforce compliance." "Enforce?" I echoed. I tilted my head. "What exactly were you enforcing with that punch, son?" Karen stood across the street, sunglasses hiding smug eyes, arms folded like a general. She thought this was extermination. Too bad for her, I don't scare easy. Buzzcut lunged. I sidestepped. He face-planted into my flower bed. I looked at Clipboard. "You boys certified for this?" Neighbors peeked out. Some chuckled. Karen's smirk twitched. That's when the sprinklers kicked on. Not regular sprinklers. I had rigged them with chalk dust. The yard turned into a whiteout storm. Buzzcut screamed. Clipboard fumbled. Tall guy coughed. Karen tripped on a lawn gnome and hit the grass. Phones came out. Someone clapped. I watched from the porch rail, calm but with old fire stirring. This wasn't a battlefield, but it felt close. Karen screamed something about assault. I said, "Pretty sure standing still isn't a crime." She shouted about lawyers. I smiled. "Great. I'll add them to the list." Buzzcut stumbled away, coughing. Clipboard looked like a powdered marshmallow. Their radio fizzled from the sprinkler short. Could have helped them. But some lessons have to burn in. Inside, I poured coffee and smiled. Because that was only the beginning. This place was supposed to be peace. The property sagged when I bought it. Porch leaning. Weeds knee-high. The real estate agent chirped. "Great bones." I imagined bonfires. Still, I signed. Broken things I could fix. It was people I didn't trust anymore. First week, the barn almost killed me. Second, raccoon under the sink. I didn't mind. Out here, you break things, then fix them. Simple. Clean. Then Karen showed up. No casserole. Just a clipboard and a fake badge. "I'm Karen, president of the Homeowners Association." I nodded. "You inspecting my porch or planning a hostile takeover?" She smiled tight. "Just a friendly compliance check." "Your tractor's visible." Violation. "Your flagpole's too tall." Violation. "This porch unsightly." "Guess you're gonna fine me for existing," I said. 3 days later, her compliance team showed up. 2 guys with measuring tapes poking around. I stepped off the porch. "Got a warrant with that clipboard?" They backed off. Karen watched, jaw tight. Dave, my neighbor, wandered over later. "Be careful. She doesn't fight fair." I dragged the mailbox 6 inches closer to the house that night. Not because I had to, just because. Then came the tickets. 1 on my truck, unauthorized parking. In my own driveway. More followed. Noise. Equipment. A stack of paper deeper than a bad novel. Then came the 3rd wave. Nighttime visitors. Spray paint on the barn. Go home. That barn? I rebuilt it board by board. Bloodied hands. Late nights. Now it was defiled. I slammed my fist into the doorframe. Pain. Real. Better than numbness. Next morning, Dave shuffled over. "Tom. There's talk. Maybe it's best if you leave before things get worse." "If I leave," I said, "they win." That night, I stared at the graffiti. Could paint over it. Could burn the whole thing down. Both felt good. Both felt wrong. Then the flagpole was broken. Tractor vandalized. Fence smashed. Karen stood in the middle of it all like she owned the place. "Tom," she said, "we tried to warn you." Neighbors gathered, pretending to check mail, hoping to see a man crack. "Mr. Lewis muttered, "Just a flag. Just paint." I stepped off the porch. Slow. Steady. "You're right," I said. I did choose. Chose to stay. To fight. To not be broken. Karen blinked. Her smirk faltered. You poke a man long enough, Karen, he doesn't break. He bites. I jammed the broken flagpole into the lawn. You want me gone? I shouted. Come and take me. Silence. Then came the strike back. Not loud, not violent, but paper. Precise. First, I hit the county. Karen's HOA was a legal joke. Expired bylaws. Illegally collected fines. One tip and the investigation started. Then the state. She'd been skimming money. Quietly for years. Illegal. Then the charter clause. Any officer violating fiduciary duty could be removed by petition. Karen had 6 infractions. I printed the proof. Walked the neighborhood. Quiet. Cold. Just mailboxes and truth. Some slammed doors. Some peeked. Some smiled. Karen noticed. By sunset, she was panicking. Screaming. No one followed. The HOA meeting was chaos. She ranted. I waited, then asked, can a president under investigation preside? Silence. 20 minutes later, she resigned. Not with grace. Just fled. That night, a new note on my door, you will pay. Then came the fire. Middle of the night. Sky black. Barn burning. Gasoline. Plastic. Hate. Neighbors filmed. Karen stood across the street. No badge. Just spite. You did this, I said. She smiled. Prove it. I saw myself hitting her. Ending it. One swing. But I didn't. Fire trucks came. But the damage was done. The barn. My first rebuilt pride. Gone. I stood in the ashes. Dave said, I'm sorry. I didn't answer. Inside, the knife gleamed. I didn't touch it. Yet, Karen thought she broke me. She hadn't. She just burned away the last reason I had to play nice. Before sunrise, I started phase 2. Exposing everything. Mr. Lewis. The Joneses. One by one. Some trembled. Some shut doors. But some listened. The county froze HOA operations. Karen's empire suspended. That night, she returned. Not angry. Desperate. You think they'll let you win? She asked. Belonging's overrated, I said. She fled. But the war wasn't over. She filed charges. Deputies came. No arrest. But she tarnished me. Flyers. Petitions. Smears. Dave didn't sign. But most did. Eviction notice came 2 weeks later. I packed. Quiet. Fast. The night before I left, I walked the fence line. Found a charred splinter of the old flagpole. Pocketed it. Karen won the vote. But not the war. Because you can evict a man from land. But not from himself. How much are you willing to lose to save what matters? Answer, enough. But not everything. Because once you walk through fire, you don't just survive it. You become it.